This is a rant video about the current state of 2b2t crossplay. I'm not doing any intro or any edits. I'm just getting straight to the point. The server is dying. It's not its usual up and down trend of player activity. That's natural. The reason for this massive drop in player count has a specific reason this time. Now, while past problems like combat mechanic changes, switching versions causing tremendous lag and performance issues, and a handful of other problems have happened, they didn't result in a massive decline in player activity and were quickly addressed. So, what's different this time? In my opinion, it's a sheer lack of communication from Master Luke to our community. Now, don't get me wrong, he uses his own money to provide a platform for us to play on, and he gets my utmost respect for that. It's just that he dedicates so much to keep the server running, and then makes these changes without asking what the community thinks of it. His total disconnect from what is actually going on in the server is what is killing it. I remember I had to break down how chunk updating worked on his server to avoid another temporary map. He didn't even know what spawn looked like. Now, what's the actual problem that people are leaving because of? Well, it's a drove of things, from elytras hardly working to bedrock players not being able to sprint jump, delays on redstone mechanics, and not being able to place more than a few chests in a chunk. And what made the most people mad was the disabling of TNT. There are also a handful of other things that are broken, like not being able to throw things like experience bottles or snowballs. None of these are being addressed. Now, these aren't like bugs that Luke doesn't know about. He purposely implements them into the game. He does all of this without a single word to the people who actually play on his server. Now, he could delete the server tomorrow and we'd be completely powerless to stop him. But if he wants to save this server, he needs to listen to the community and take in our opinion before going crazy and doing things like disabling TNT. Yeah, I'll just mine out the next base I find. What's next? You're going to add land claiming features to reduce grief or disable the use of ender chests? Now, I'm sure all of this will be fixed soon, but the thing that makes me mad is this has happened before. Luke disables chest placement, elytras, limits vanilla movement for what he claims to be lag reduction measures. Then half the player base leaves because it's unplayable, making lag virtually non-existent. Then he adds the ability to place chests back, and then he thinks he solved the problem. The most recent example of this is when 1.19 came out. Every bedrock player, contrary to what Peter thinks, is forced onto 1.19. Given that the server was still in 1.18 at this time, this is going to cause a bit of a problem, right? When 3/4 of the player base are on a shaky new version, it's surely to cause lag, right? Well, we told Luke and Peter that, but no, I guess disabling elytras and TNT, like YTNT, and a handful of other features is going to stop that lag. The server runs perfectly fine for the past 6 months with elytras, chests, and TNT enabled, but don't you think all of a sudden when a new update comes out, the server starts crashing? It's probably the update and not the elytra and TNT all of a sudden for no reason. So, after disabling these features, the server kept crashing over and over, and then people started leaving, and it stopped crashing. But I guess that's the new mindset now. Hey, we reduced our player base by 75%, that means less lag? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, but seeing all these players leave, some of them have been playing for years. Leaving because of this is just sad. This is just kind of a cry for help to Master Luke. We've tried everything. We've opened tickets, all of us. We've all opened tickets. You've closed your DMs. There's no way to contact you. You say you're gonna fix it, but it's 2 weeks in and not a word back from you. We're just sitting here wondering what's going on. We're watching everyone leave, and we're just like, come on, man. Just save your server. That's all we're asking.